Hello, this is Matt Lave with Expert System. Going to give a brief introduction of our technology Cogito and how it can do things like process a medical report. So I've got a report pulled up here that we're going to use, 28-page document, report of Mr. R. Jackson. You'll see this is a PDF. It's got medical records, current position, declaration, statements, a lot of different information here. You go through the PDF, it's got all of that written out, but then further down, we've got invoices, so that's another type of document, and then we have form fill type, like surveys, so that's another type of document, and we are going to run this through our system, Cogito, and this is being run live right now. Takes a few seconds, only a few seconds, and then that takes us to our claims workflow automation. So what this screen right here is all of the most important information from that 28-page medical document, all laid out for the analyst or the claims writer or the underwriter or whoever it might be. We've got the full accident report, main claim data, claimant, past medical history, incredibly important. So admits to soft tissue injury of the lower back in the past. Also admits to episodes of dizziness in the past. Also admits to suffering from previous upper back pain in the past. So this is obviously key information right here that would absolutely affect whether or not this claim is paid out and how much is going to be paid out. And the injuries, it's got everything listed from the report. You can click through this, complications, basically just everything that is in that 28-page document right here on a single dashboard. Now I'm going to take you through how exactly the technology puts this together. So the first thing we're going to go through is what's called a cognitive map. And these are clusters of the information. So definite time, so you've got week, month, day, people, R. Jackson, Singh, John, solicit, it's a little small, so I can't read that, administrative places. So it's basically got all the pertinent information clumped together in different categories. Now next is the knowledge graph, which is incredibly important, and this is really a core component of our technology here. You've got your verbs and your nouns. So let's say person, adult. We're going to break that down. Adult defines adult, and everything here are different terms that would still fall under adult: professional, caregiver, advisor, official, tax inspector. So the technology really understands every term under adult, not just the word adult. And you can break this all the way down as finite as you want to go. Referee, is that an adult? Yeah, of course, absolutely, right? And what's really important here, and something that nobody else can do, is that with something like machine learning, if you want to say add different terms of assets for your company or industry or whatever it might be, you would have to completely recreate and reprogram that model and do it all over again from scratch. Whereas using a knowledge graph, such as Cogito uses, you can just enter those terms in. It's completely transparent. You can see what's going on, and you can easily update, modify with very little labor requirements whatsoever. And here we've got the relations map, and this just shows the relation between different terms. So it shows the technology can understand. So look, head injury, disability, loss of consciousness, injury. They've got arm and knee injury. If you read the report, that's what's going on. So this is just showing the software understands the associations, the relationships between the words and how they affect each other. And next we've got the SAO, which is the subject, action, and object. And most systems will see two things. You'll see she consulted, she developed, but because we use three called triplicates, she consulted her general practitioner. She developed headaches. So this actually understands the statements within that 28-page document, so you can understand what's going on and not just tying two words together, but actually fully understanding what it is: subject, action, object. Jump into entities real quick, and this is just a tree map. Organizations, people involved, companies, product, administrative places. What's really interesting here is this isn't just the information from that 28-page document, but the system pulls information from outside of it. Obviously, there's not information about England or St. Paul specifically listed in there, just the location. But because the system pulls so much information, you're going to have this filled with external information as well. And then let's say the claimant, R. Jackson, Sarah Bush, all of the statements associated there are going to be here. So this is just the overall tree map of all the information in that document combined with external information. And we're going to go into geography. This is pretty simple, just one claim. If you had a bunch of claims, it could definitely give you a different type of map look to it. This is based in England, Minnesota, Oregon. Those are the three places, or the three locations that this is, based out of. The incident happened here in the UK, so that's where you got the largest density. But it's, the geography map, it understands where everything is going as well. And then the text analysis, one thing here, you got the sentiment. So obviously a medical claim is going to be a negative sentiment. That's pretty normal, not a good situation. There's an accident. It pulls out the main sentences so you can understand what exactly is going on in this document very easily. Sustained minor concussive head injury. There was a report in reference to, it gives reference to another report, and then diagnosed as suffering from soft tissue injury, and then gives reference to the appendix. So this last page really is just a quick summary. If you went to this first, you could just figure out the main components of the article without going through all the information. But all of those tie back into the claims workflow automation. So all of that information is how, in just a few seconds, as you saw live here, in just a few seconds, we took a 28-page document, and processed it through Cogito, and now all the pertinent information for the underwriter or the claims processor or whoever it might be can now make a decision whether or not they pay out based on the company policies and how much they would pay out. Thank you very much for your time. Please contact us with any questions.